The Whale That Saved a Diver. One clear and beautiful afternoon, Nan Hauser, an experienced diver, set out to explore the incredible underwater world surrounding the Cook Islands. The ocean was remarkably calm, with the water so clear that she could see for miles beneath the surface. The marine life around her was abundant and vibrant, from schools of colorful fish darting in every direction to the intricate coral reefs teeming with life. It was a paradise that many divers dreamed of, and Nan felt fortunate to be there. Little did she know that this peaceful exploration would soon take a turn toward a life-altering encounter. As Nan descended deeper into the water, her excitement and awe grew, as she had spent years diving and had developed a deep connection with the ocean. She had witnessed countless beautiful underwater moments, but nothing could have prepared her for what would unfold next. Suddenly, a massive humpback whale appeared on the horizon, gliding effortlessly through the water like a giant moving cloud. The sheer size and grace of the creature were overwhelming, and Nan instinctively knew she had encountered something extraordinary. The whale was enormous, with a length of up to 50 feet and weighing as much as 40 tons, yet it moved with such fluidity that it seemed almost weightless. At first, Nan was thrilled by the whale's presence, marveling at its beauty. However, as the creature swam closer, something unusual happened. Instead of simply passing by, the whale began to approach her cautiously. It was as if the whale was aware of her presence in a way that no other animal had ever been. Then, in a surprising and unexpected move, the whale gently nudged her with its massive head. The push wasn't aggressive or harmful, but it was powerful, and Nan was caught off guard by the force of it. She tried to steady herself, unsure of the whale's intentions. Before she could fully process what was happening, the whale repeated the gesture, this time trying to position her under one of its enormous fins, almost as if it were attempting to shield her from something. At this point, Nan's mind raced with confusion and concern. She had spent years in the ocean, diving with all kinds of creatures, but this behavior from a whale was something entirely new. Was the whale trying to communicate with her? Why was it behaving so strangely? As she tried to make sense of the situation, she felt a rising sense of unease. It was then that she noticed something out of the corner of her eye, an ominous, dark shadow moving through the water nearby. Her heart skipped a beat as she realized what it was. A massive tiger shark, at least 15 feet long, was circling them, moving slowly and deliberately through the water. The shark's presence was undeniable, and its focus seemed to be directly on Nan. The realization hit Nan with a wave of fear. She had been diving long enough to know that sharks were unpredictable predators, especially the powerful and agile tiger sharks. They were known for their ability to take down large prey, and while they weren't always a threat to humans, Nan knew she could be in serious danger if the shark decided to attack. Her instincts kicked in, and she began to carefully assess the situation. She could feel the tension building in the water around her, and the closer the shark came, the more vulnerable she felt. The shark seemed to be sizing her up, moving in slow, deliberate circles, waiting for an opportunity to strike. It was clear that the predator wasn't going to give up easily. But then, something incredible happened. Just as the tiger shark moved closer, the massive humpback whale, which had been behaving so oddly, took another action that would change everything. The whale, with its immense strength and sheer size, positioned itself between Nan and the shark. It was as if the whale was acting deliberately to shield her, to protect her from the predator that was now closing in. The whale's massive body blocked the shark's path, and with a sudden forceful movement, the whale pushed Nan away, further out of harm's reach. The whale didn't stop there. It seemed to position itself like a wall, keeping the tiger shark at bay. For a moment, time seemed to stand still as Nan watched in awe. The shark, realizing it could not reach its prey, hesitated and then swam away. The whale, now ensuring Nan's safety, continued to move in slow, deliberate motions, almost as if it were making sure the danger had passed. The massive creature had not only guarded Nan from the shark, but it had also created an impenetrable barrier, ensuring that the predator was no longer a threat. As the shark swam off into the distance, Nan was left in stunned silence, unable to fully comprehend what had just occurred. In the aftermath of this extraordinary experience, Nan couldn't help but reflect on the behavior of the humpback whale. It was clear to her now that the whale had been trying to protect her, to ensure her safety from the shark that had been circling. The gesture was so deliberate, so intentional, that it left Nan with an overwhelming sense of gratitude and wonder. She had always believed that animals were capable of amazing things, but this encounter had shown her something far beyond what she had ever imagined. The whale's actions weren't simply the result of instinct. They were an act of kindness, of protection. Nan was left with a deep sense of awe and appreciation for the natural world and for the remarkable creatures that inhabited it. The encounter with the whale changed her forever, not just as a diver, but as a person who believed more than ever in the deep, often unexplainable bonds that can exist between humans and animals. In the days that followed, she continued to dive and explore the ocean, but she did so with a renewed sense of respect for the creatures that lived there and a greater understanding of the potential for compassion in the animal kingdom. Nan's story quickly became a widely shared tale of an extraordinary act of animal behavior, reinforced her belief that just as humans have an instinct to protect one another, so too do animals. Her encounter with the humpback whale reminded everyone that the natural world is full of surprises, and that sometimes the most unexpected acts of kindness can come from the most unlikely of sources.